Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into today's second video. We're going to have a look at the ECMWF extended model for today's second video. This is your 42-day slash, since we're talking about the UK and for Ireland too, and I should get something about for you in a moment. Just say about the first video that says our 6 AM UK weather forecast, got weekend forecast and a 10 to 14 day with all of the regular features on the way later on this afternoon as well. So please like, share and subscribe on all of today's videos and content. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. For GavsWeatherVids, thank you so much everyone. Right, going to start off with week, and thanks so much to ECMWF.int as well for supplying the charts of the data, by the way. So much easy. Right, we're going to start off with the week 1 mean sea level pressure anomaly, taking us through next week, 14th, 21st of October. And by the way, we're going to get to the 25th of November, so almost to the end of next month. But more about that later. Let's start off with week 1. So next week, looking unsettled in the North Atlantic into West Europe with low pressure driving in from off the Atlantic Ocean. Mean sea level pressure anomalies show below average heights, low pressure in the North Atlantic. There is a ridge across much of Europe, but for us in the UK and Ireland, I think we're looking at quite an unsettled week next week with low pressure in the ascendancy. It will be mild with temperature anomalies coming out above average by about 1 to 3 degrees there, so a very mild week to come actually. And precipitation-wise, precipitation-wise, it is wetter than normal next week. Not surprising, with low pressure driving in from off the Atlantic. So a mild, maybe quite warm, but also pretty wet week to come next week. Right, week 2 will be the 21st, 28th of October. So we see high pressure then across much of Europe, actually. There probably will still be low pressure in the North Atlantic, though, so I'd imagine we're still bringing in like an Atlantic flow, west-southwesterlies. Should be mild again, though, if that's right. The 500 millibar heights look like that, with above average heights across much of northern, central, and also west and southwest Europe. I think there'll still be low pressure up here, though, so it will be mild, maybe quite warm again. Could be a little bit changeable. Let's have a look at temperature anomaly. So that's still above average widely across Europe, and we're included in that. Again, 1 to 3 degrees above average. And the precipitation anomaly, well, it's a much weaker signal, reverting back closer to average, but it's wetter than average just to our west anyway, so I reckon that's probably still quite changeable, especially so for the north and the west. Right, week 3 will be the 28th of October to the 4th of November. And we see high pressure in the North Atlantic heading towards Scandinavia as well. So just high pressure taking over and building northwards. So probably that's going to cool things down. That would be that cold, but it probably will cool things down a little bit due to the high pressure going northwards. So above average heights through the North Atlantic here to the north of Scotland and heading into Scandinavia. You would envisage that is likely to bring in sort of an easterly type flow. Week 3 temperature is therefore cooling down, not going desperately cold, but I would have thought like frost and fog, that sort of thing, could be possible there as we get into the beginning of November. Maybe a seasonal bonfire night, that'd be a change, wouldn't it? And I'm so sorry, when the precipitation goes, it's driving average just to the north. I reckon that's a cooler, drier week there. Week 4 will be the 4th to the 11th of November. There we go. And the high pressure might be going into retrograde then. Right, going into retrogression, sitting around Greenland and Iceland with low pressure close to the Azores. Could that bring in some sort of northeasterly or easterly flow into the north and the west of Europe? What about 500 millibar heights? Well, we've got above average heights here through the Atlantic, extending up towards Greenland and the Arctic. Maybe a trough of low pressure through that sort of area. Possibly, maybe. What about temperature anomalies? That's, again, coming out no better than average. So, after what looks like a mild October, rest of October, it appears we've got a bit of a cool down going on here into November. And precipitation-wise, again, we're looking dry and average to the north, with high pressure sitting a little bit wetter average through here and through here. Otherwise, very, very weak signal. Okay, we're cooking with gas. Week 5 will be the 11th to the 18th of November. This is it. And again, maybe a bit of a side of some blocking around Iceland, with some high pressure up there, low pressure around the Azores, looks like a negative NEO type pattern. Otherwise, there's not a lot to work with, though. It is quite a weak signal. 500 millibar heights, again, with blocking up towards Greenland and Iceland there. And the temperature anomaly, again, no better than average once more for the north and the west of Europe. A bit colder than average between Iceland and also Norway. Precipitation-wise, so I get a little bit more unsettled, but notice we've got dry and average conditions up towards Iceland and Greenland. That's where the high pressure sitting, of course. Wetter than average, light through Germany and into the Low Countries and France. So it sort of implies, I think, that there might be high pressure, well, there's high pressure up there, there might be low pressure through here. If that comes off, that's going to bring in a wind from like a northeasterly direction, which could be cold. And so by the time we get to the middle of November, we might even have to start thinking about a little bit of wintry weather. But that's quite speculative. Well, week 6 will be the 18th, 25th of November. So, yeah, that's right. Week 6, 18th, 25th November. That's it. And more changes. So high pressure still close to Iceland, but also looks like just generally building through the west of Europe. And that could start to try and bring up some milder air from the southwest there. What's the 500 millibar heights looking like? Well, again, we've got above average heights in the North Atlantic through like the far west of Europe and extending up towards Greenland and Iceland. Probably trough's going to be through here. We'll kind of be on the periphery of that. Temperature anomaly, just begin to edge up slightly, ease back upwards a little bit for the west of Europe. So it's started to get a bit milder, and no particular signal for precipitation. Okay, so some quite interesting signals there. The rest of October looking generally mild, I have to say, and quite unsettled. Signs of something a little bit colder as we get through into November, especially the early to middle part of the month. And who knows, maybe even a little bit of early wintry weather in the middle of November. Wouldn't that be a turn up for the book? It's all a long way off, all very speculative. Oh, we shall see, how things play out. We're going to look at this model again next Tuesday. Next Wednesday for the extended European outlook, and next Saturday once more for the UK and Ireland focus video. We're going to be back a little bit later on. We can take the 14-day and the weekend forecast, so we come back for both of those videos later. For this one, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.